Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Hey, Roberters. Was there two songs going on? Good morning. Good morning. I'm still getting my stuff set back up. So good morning. Thanks for putting up with me. Sorry for the late start. I didn't have my camera on and my lighting's all messed up. So it is what it is. I didn't want to take any more time. I will mess around with it later, but that's kind of what happens when you have to unhook everything, right? And it's Friday, happy girl. Hi, Lucia, Olive Juice, Angie, B, Flo, Annabelle, Roma. Hello, guys. Hello, Potato. I don't have any of my sound bites. My ooh-wee is gone. I'm going to have to see if it's all on my laptop. I don't know. So I might improvise. He does not know. So, all right. Without waiting around, because we have a press conference in roughly 17 minutes. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Deb L. Hey, Rex. Hey, Bella. We have a press conference in roughly 16 minutes. So let's get into these 3 911 calls that were released. This case is getting weirder and weirder with every little thing that's released, is it not? Okay, so we're going to first listen to Stephen Collier. This is Debbie's husband. Now, Debbie went missing. She's allegedly left in the middle of the night while her husband was sleeping in another room. He says her van was there at 9 p.m. Well, you'll hear it. Let's listen to the call.
Athens, Candy, 911.
Yes. Came home. My wife wasn't home. Her driver's license still in there. The rental car's gone. And her daughter's here. And we were kind of worried about what's happening and where she's at. I was wondering if you could send somebody over here.
Okay. Do you have any medical issue? Let's say like Alzheimer's or something like that?
No. She's 59 years old. No, she has no medical issue until like that. And according to her daughter, who went up and her purse is still here with her driver's license. The only thing is the phone is gone, and she sent her daughter a text about 2 hours ago saying they won't let me go. Whatever that means, we don't know. And I've been gone all day parking cars for the football game, and that's where we at.
What's your address, sir?
435 Rocky Drive, Athens, Georgia.
You said 435 Rocky Drive?
Yes, it's right next to Sandy Creek Park.
Let me pause it there for a sec. So after the press conference, I'm going to pull up Google Earth and we're going to look at where their house is versus where she was found. And also this park next to them has a big lake. I was like, oh no, not a body of water, please.
Okay, so she sent your daughter a text message saying that
My stepdaughter.
that they won't let her go.
Yeah, she got a text message saying that.
And it come from her number, right? What's your name, sir?
Steve Collier.
Spell your last name for me.
Collier.
And your wife's name?
Deborah. Deborah. We call it Debbie, but it's Deborrah.
Same last name?
Collier, yes.
How old is she? 59?
59. She just turned 59.
You just returned home, right?
Pardon me?
You just returned home, right?
Yes, I just returned home. I was parking cars until about 4:30, and when I came back, the van that she had rented because the car was in the shop was gone. I figured she was shopping for food.
Okay. So and her car is there?
Pardon me? Her van's not here.
Okay. But her driver's license and what else is there?
Right. Her driver's license is here.
What else did she leave? With a purse or anything else?
She left her purse, and her credit cards are here.
When was the last time she was seen?
Well, I left at 9 o'clock, and she was still sleeping. So, last night. I mean, she went to bed last night, and I left, and the van was here.
So is your stepdaughter there though? I mean, did she see her today?
Pardon me?
Did your stepdaughter see her today?
Wait a minute.
You say a stepdaughter. Did she see her or?
Say that again.
Oh my God!
Dog.
Okay, your stepdaughter. Did she see her?
No,
recently?
No, nobody has seen her. I was probably the last person to see her last night.
What time? You said 9 o'clock last night?
Yeah, about 9 o'clock we went to bed.
You left this morning, right?
Yes, at about 9.
I'm sorry. So did you see her this morning or last night?
No, I saw her last night at about 9 when she went to bed. And when I left, the van was here. And
so she was. You don't know if she was still there or not. You didn't see her this morning.
Right, except the van was still here. So I'm assuming she was sleeping.
What time was the message sent to your stepdaughter?
What time? About 2 hours ago?
About 2 hours ago?
Okay, so stepdaughter is there with him then. Hey, Miss Robin and Annabelle and Sweet Cheeks. So stepdaughter is there as he's calling. But he started out the call saying, her license is in there. What? The last person to see her. I can't ignore it.
Yes.
And it specifically said they won't let me go.
Pardon? Yeah, that's what the message said.
And that's all it said, right?
That's all it said.
And she was last seen driving, or she was driving her. What kind of car is that?
It's I don't know, because her car's in the shop, so the rental place on
the van that she was driving, will she be in, or you don't know?
No, I don't know. It's Enterprise. She went a call from Enterprise. It's a Pacifica or something.
That's the car you saw this morning, though, right?
Yeah, the black van, yeah.
It's a black Pacifica?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Pacifica.
And that's a rental car?
Yes, from Enterprise.
All right, I'm sorry. What's her birthday?
Deborah, D-E-B-B-I-E, or her given name is Deborah.
No, her birthday.
D-B-O-R-R-A-H.
Her birthday? And she white, female, black, female?
Pardon me?
She white or black?
White.
How tall is she?
About 5'5".
How much she weigh?
About 150. 145, somewhere around there.
What color hair?
Blondish.
Would she be going to somebody's house, or?
That's a good question. I thought she was out shopping for food. Her daughter came over with that strange message and then went upstairs to her bedroom and found out that her driver's license and credit card's still here. So that doesn't sound like her leaving the house to go shopping like I thought she was. She usually shops for food on Saturday.
So she don't have any money at all with her, or any other car?
Not to our knowledge. She has nothing.
But is her purse there?
Yes.
She left the purse as well?
Yes.
Does she have family here in town?
No, just her daughter.
Have you tried to call the hospitals and jails just to be sure?
No, I didn't think of calling the hospital.
Okay. Go ahead. Like I said, I got them on the way out there to you.
Okay.
Go ahead and call both hospitals after and St. Mary's and just check with the jail as well to make sure. We'll have somebody come out there and talk to you.
Okay. I appreciate it.
And your phone number?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Okay, so that's the first one. Now, the second one is going to be daughter Amanda Bearden. Or no, sorry. The second one is going to be sister Diane Shirley.
Clark County Police.
Yes, sir. My name is Diane Shirley, and my sister lives in Georgia, and my niece told me she was missing. Her name is Deborah Collier, or she could go by Debbie.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if y'all have any information about it.
As far as, no, not other than with the officer or whoever is working on the case. I don't know anything. Where does she live? Do you know?
All I know is, I'm sorry, I don't know her address. Collier.
Okay.
Collier.
Yeah. I wouldn't have any information. When there's something, they will contact the family. Whenever they have something for that.
Okay.
All right.
We're just not getting information, so I'm just.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I am really worried about my sister.
Okay.
And.
You know, do you have any information where she might go, or you have anything to add?
Well,
to it,
from my niece, she said that she was in an accident about a month ago, and she was, on the road. She was following this truck, and this truck lost a paint can, and the paint can hit my sister's car, and the paint went everywhere. And the driver was trying to convince my sister not to tell the cops that he was driving because he was out on parole, and there was, a stipulation to his parole that he couldn't drive.
I got you. I'm sorry. I was going to ask, do you think that was told to anybody else? Well, do you think that was told to the officer, that concern?
That's standing from my niece.
Okay.
All of this comes from
I don't know if the officer
daughter.
knows that, but I can have him call you if you want to pass it along with him, anything to help,
Yes, I would really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Because I'm in Alabama.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm in Alabama, and, I really do. She won't, she's not communicating very well with us, and I really would like to know what's going on.
I got you. Yeah, since you may have insight on that, I'll have the sergeant give you a call. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. That would be wonderful.
All right. And let's see here. Excuse me one more time. What's your name?
My name is Diane Shirley.
And your phone number?
Yes, sir.
And this is your sister, right?
Yes. Her daughter's name is Amanda Bearden. She would have been the one her and her husband, Steve Collier, would have been the ones filing the report, was my understanding from Amanda.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just have them give you a call, okay? And just hang tight, all right?
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, here's the last one, and we got 5 minutes. This is Amanda, her daughter.
Hi, my name's Amanda Bearden, and I filed a missing persons report on my mother last night.
Okay.
Yesterday, and I was just wondering if maybe I could speak with the detective that's been assigned to her case.
Do you have any further information?
I sure do. Do you want the case number?
That was interesting to me, was where she's like, I sure do. kind of snotty. And then when they press her for what the information is, she's like, I'm sorry, I really didn't have new information.
Can you give me the case number so I can look it up that way?
Bear with me just a second. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, it's 2022 dash 0910 0216.
216.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hang on just a second. And the detective may not actually be in the building yet, so I may have to get you a patrol officer, okay? So just bear with me just a second.
Okay.
So 09010.
I'm sorry, the handwriting is not that great, but it's 09100216.
Okay, sorry about that. I think I missed.
No, you're fine. It's only me.
On Rocky Drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what kind of update do you have, just so I know what to try to...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean like I had an update. I just meant...
Who does?
Oh, my God. I didn't mean... I'm sorry. I'm not in a clear mental state. This is my mother that's missing. I just wanted to talk to them. I wanted to see if maybe there was something that I could do. I do have the rental agreement number if they needed that. I mean, that's the only thing that I have to offer. So maybe, because she was in a rental car, I do have her rental agreement number. If they could maybe trace the GPS in it.
Why does she have the rental car
What's the
agreement?
number?
I'm her daughter.
Yes, ma'am. Take a deep breath for me, okay?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'd be upset too. I completely understand that part, like being upset about it. So the officer that took your report is already gone for the day. He worked last night. And then the detectives, I don't think they're in the building right now. They're kind of working on an on-call basis, so I don't know that I can get in touch with them unless I have something, fresh to give them. And that would be something, but I can see if I can get another officer to call you back, okay?
Okay.
And we've got the bolo out for her. We got everybody, keeping their eyes peeled for her and that kind of thing. So,
I'm not trying to be a smart aleck here or anything, but do I need to hire a private detective maybe? Because I mean, and I'm not trying to be ugly or anything, but I don't understand I mean, I know you don't know everything, of course, but why hasn't what I've asked being done? Like, why isn't the GPS in her van being traced? Do I need a private detective to do that? I mean, I'm not trying to be ugly or anything.
I know.
I just, the most help.
Okay, so here's the thing. She's an
She's an adult.
Right.
I get it.
So that makes things a little more difficult because people are allowed to leave and go and do things without telling other people. And I know that's not a good answer. I understand that. But that is also, that is also part of it because she is an adult. So it just takes some time also to do these things. So I don't specifically know what they've done yet or not. I wasn't here last night, so I don't know. But from my understanding, they would be doing everything that we know to do currently. But I will definitely get somebody to call you back, okay?
Okay, thank you for talking to me.
It's no problem. I'm so sorry. I hate that this is happening to you. What was your name again, sweetie?
Amanda Bearden.
Amanda Bearden. Spell your last name.
Bearden.
Okay. All right. I'll get somebody to call you back here shortly, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There's more after this.
Athens Clark County Police.
Hi, can I speak with Colonel Johnson?
Colonel?
Okay, I don't have a Colonel Johnson.
Okay, he just called me. I have some more information for him, and I wanted to get it to him. My name's Amanda Bearden.
Okay. All right, hold on 1 second. I talked to you earlier, so it was
yes.
Sergeant Johnson we had you talk to. Hold on.
Sergeant Johnson. I'm sorry, honey.
No, that's okay. Just lots of Johnsons around here, so I want to make sure I got
I
the right one.
I get it.
You just need him to call you back?
Yes, ma'am. I thought about it, and I have her iCloud information. I know that and correct me if I'm wrong, but if the phone is turned off, it would still track her. But I do have her. I've got her Apple ID and what I thought was her password, but the password isn't working. I don't know if y'all have technology or whatever, but I do have. I don't know. I mean, you know.
All right, hold on one second, okay?
He said he'd call me back. Okay, thank you.
I think she's nervous about what the investigation is unfolding. And we're on standby for the press conference, by the way. So when it starts, I will switch over to that audio. Yeah, she's still talking. They redacted that part. Yeah, I don't know what she meant by that with the iCloud thing. Yeah. Very nervous. Oh, hey, Robert Ryan. I'm good. Hey, Michelle. She's still talking. It'll cut back in, I believe. Oh, no, it's over. Sorry. All right, let's get some audio here on the press conference.
And all that experience
Here we go.
you have, I mean,
Well, that is exactly what we're wondering.
Like, can listen to the hot mics. Hot mic, hot mic.
If we don't know, yeah, that's the one on him flying. Okay.
All right, I'm going to go grab some more coffee. I'll be back.
we're done.
I did.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's a great photo.
Yeah, and we're doing the whole. He's at Hazel Grove. I'll tell you, Hazel Grove is the best school.
That and Baldwin are the two schools. I mean, I love Clarksville, but we love the two schools. I've heard nothing but phenomenal things about them.
They have done.
Megs!
I mean, he literally learned English here. He speaks so well. Like the other day, he said, I think I want to class it. And I'm like, you know,
That's a great story. I see. So you said you came up with bad actors. Was there one parents? I mean,
we don't know the complexity of his history. But he was with someone who was beating the what out of him every day. But he was smart.
You ready to come in? You ready to come in?
We still have to get him ready to get to the authorities.
I think.
but well, so how did he? So it was some board event that you contacted. I mean, how did he learn an membership?
I don't know the timestamp of the store clip. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Good morning. On behalf of Sheriff Joey Terrell, I want to welcome you. To begin with, I'd like to give you a brief synopsis of where we are to date on the investigation. The results of the autopsy are still pending. The results regarding the analysis of the items we've submitted to the crime lab are still pending. We are now just beginning to get responses to the search warrants and the subpoenas in the case to date. We can tell you that we have received additional footage from a security camera from a business near the Family Dollar store. That additional footage shows us that Deborah Collier walked out of the Family Dollar store at 3:09, got into her van, and remained in her van in the parking lot for 10 minutes before leaving the parking lot and heading south on Georgia 15, Highway 441, US 23. This tells us that the time frame is actually narrowed a little further for this case to begin at 3:19 p.m. on Saturday, September 10th, and ending at 12:44 Sunday, September 11th, the time of the discovery. Please understand that this case is very complex in nature and has a lot of questions and unknowns that aren't found in a typical death investigation. It is going to take significantly more time than the 19 days that have passed since the discovery to solve this crime. We also want you to know that we are working diligently to solve this case. We are trying to obtain as much information as possible so that we can put together facts and evidence to support a motive and also to identify a person or persons of interest. At this time, I'd like to call up lead investigator George Kaysen to assist with answering the questions that you may have. George.
First of all, I want to thank everyone for being here.
Thank you, George.
Being part of this. Hopefully we'll be able to answer some questions and give y'all some insight of where we're at and kind of what we're dealing with. First off, I want to start off by saying we have received a lot of questions that y'all have sent in. Some of these questions, the information that is pertaining to those questions is very sensitive information. We will try to answer them to the best that we can, but there will be information that we need to retain just for the simple fact of it being very sensitive, and we don't want our potential persons of interest to be able to get a hold of this information. Just so that way it does not jeopardize the furtherance of our investigation. As far as some of these questions that were asked, I'm going to kind of go through a list of them and try to give answers as best as possible to you. One of the first questions that was asked is, can you confirm the Venmo message from the daughter, from mom to daughter was sent to mom's phone? We're still waiting more information that we have requested to confirm or deny where the Venmo was sent from, but we can confirm that Amanda did receive the Venmo. She did receive money. That much we do know right now. Continuing on, our next question was, are you in possession of Collier's cell phone and where was it found? Yes, we are in possession of that cell phone. We do have it in evidence, and it was located at the crime scene. The next question that was asked was, what was Collier's cause of death? And as Colonel Kogod mentioned, we are still awaiting the full report from the medical examiner's office. Once that comes in, we will absolutely update everyone on those findings. What records and data have we analyzed? Due to that being sensitive information, much as the disclaimer that I gave when I first stepped up here, we don't want to reveal any information that could possibly be a potential or potentially jeopardize our investigation to where our suspects will get that information. There was a question about Deborah's phone records. We have served multiple search warrants on multiple different cell phone carriers. We are working with them to get all pertinent data from those devices and from those carriers. So hopefully we'll be able to develop more of a timeline, a better timeline, and hopefully be able to find out more information about what exactly happened. Inclusion of family members, a question was related to that. Is that right now we have not ruled anyone out at this point. We have ever developing leads and are gradually having information that we have requested come in. So we're still in the process of trying to find persons or person of interest, and as that information starts to trickle in, it will actually help us develop more information for y'all to have. We're continuing to investigate Deb's activities from September 10th through the September 11th, which is also going back to the timeline. We're gradually just getting more information in. We want to know just as much as anyone else does, and we are working, as Colonel Kogod said, we're working diligently. We've lost a lot of sleep, as such should be, in this investigation. We've devoted a lot of time to this investigation. There was a question about what search warrants have been executed. As far as the search warrants that we have done, again, we cannot give that information out just for the simple fact that it may jeopardize and give the information out to possible potential persons of interest. And we don't want to basically show our hand before we have facts. And as Colonel Kogod said, a couple other questions that were kind of obtained as far as Deborah's timeline. We have obtained additional footage from the parking lot, as he described, where she is in her 2022 Chrysler Pacifica van in the parking lot of the Family Dollar, which is obviously joined by other businesses. We've obtained additional footage and found that she stayed in that parking lot an additional 10 minutes. From that 10 minutes at 3:19 p.m., she leaves the parking lot and begins to head southbound on Georgia 15, which is the main highway, the 4-lane highway that connects Raven County to Habersham. She starts traveling southbound towards Tallulah Falls, which is just inside Habersham County. We are still in the process of trying to obtain videos from other locations and other businesses along that route, and we encourage any business along that route that might have cameras, please reach out to us. Look through your video cameras and reach out to us. That way we can have a meeting with you and see if we can kind of even narrow down our timeline even more. And as far as the timeline, the last time we know that she was alive was at 3:19, because we see her in that vehicle leaving the parking lot, heading southbound on Georgia 15. There was a question about our thoughts of this being a homicide. We have not changed our thoughts about this being a homicide. We're still treating this as a murder investigation, and we will not change that. We will diligently and continuously work day and night trying to solve this case and try to bring justice to Miss Collier and her family. A lot of the questions we got are kind of repeat, so if I do repeat some of these answers, I do apologize, but I'm trying to go through and trying to hit every question that was given to us.
We appreciate that, George.
Again, going back to the cell phone providers and search warrants we've done, we're working with multiple different cell phone providers to obtain the necessary information. All we know right now, as far as the Venmo message, is that yes, it was sent to Amanda. There was a question in there as far as, do we know where the money is now? No, we don't. For the simple fact that we are still obtaining information, when it was sent, where it was sent, what device it was sent from. We're still trying to obtain that information right now.
I have a question back, going back to what you were saying about the death and why you're confident that this is a homicide. Was there any signs of trauma to the body that clearly indicated that this was a homicide?
The only thing we know as right now is the burns of the body. We're still waiting for the absolute full report from the medical examiner's office, but nonetheless, because of the burns, we're still treating this like a murder. We're trying to investigate it as such, and we won't deter from that just because we're going to treat it like that investigation to get all thorough information.
And in the statement, it says, let's see, that this was, you're clear that this was a random act of violence. Generally speaking, if I say something is a random act of violence.
Let me stop you right there. Where did that statement come from?
It was not a random act of violence.
Okay. My apologies. Okay. What, meaning that it was not a, could you be more specific? Because I don't want to put words in your mouth. What does that mean? Does that mean someone knew someone?
No, what that means at this point is there is no information. I'm sorry. There is no information or evidence to this point that shows that this was something random, that there was something that was out, that was not from somebody that she either knew or somebody who she had some association with. That's what we're seeing at this time. So based on that information, we do not believe that this is a random act of violence. We do not believe that this is the act of a serial killer. We believe that this act was deliberate and personal. Okay?
Someone she knew, basically.
Yeah, I saw you raise your hand.
Yes, sir. Michael Ruiz from Fox News Digital. I'm just curious if Debbie's purse was recovered at the scene.
Yes, it was. We do have that in evidence, and it was recovered from the crime scene.
Is that another purse than the one that was said to be left at her home?
That we're not aware of. We're still working on that, but we do know for a fact the video that was released of her being in the Family Dollar, that purse was found at the crime scene and is in evidence.
Then what one was at the house?
One other question there is there anyone in that area that she is acquainted with? Is there a reason she would go up there dressed in her Bulldogs jersey on game day and drive an hour?
We're still trying to work with that. Again, like I said, as far as some search warrants and some of the follow-ups that we're doing, we're trying to obtain that information to see if she has any connections. If anyone, and that's one thing too, I'm glad you asked that. If anyone does have any kind of contact, we encourage the public as well. If anyone had contact with their reporter during that time frame, as far as from September 9th all the way through September 11th, specifically around the time frame of 3/19 to Sunday when the body was found, if anyone had any contact or might have seen or talked to her, please, we encourage you to come forward and speak with us.
Investigator Case and Joy Persona, Habersham.
Yes,
You mentioned that she headed south on Highway 115.
Georgia 15, sorry.
After
Yes.
leaving the Family Dollar store. Did the school zone cameras in Tallulah Falls School pick up her departure?
Absolutely. And actually, I'm glad you asked that. I do have something that we're going to make readily available for y'all when we're done with this press conference. We do have in our possession, this is an actual photograph from the Tallulah Falls school cameras. She was seen traveling northbound on Georgia 15, just north of our crime scene there, which is just south of Victory Home Lane. This is a picture of her traveling northbound on Georgia 15, traveling through these cameras at 2:17 p.m. on Saturday. Once we're done with this, I will actually tape it up here on the wall so that way anyone and everyone can come up here and get a better picture of it, because I understand it's hard to see from here. So once we're done, you can come up and get a better picture of it.
Did you see her coming back southbound?
We have not. We have been in coordination with Chief Elrod from the Tallulah Falls Police Department. She has spent countless sleepless nights looking through cameras, and that being one of the most heavily trafficked roads in northeast Georgia, especially for travel towards the North Carolina mountains, there's probably in the upwards of 150 to 160,000 cars that come through there. So they are still looking through to see if we can find her coming back south.
I got a question about the van while we're on the topic. So according to the original report sent out, the van was seen by a Tallulah Falls officer sitting there on the side of the road around 5 o'clock Saturday.
I believe so.
And of course, when
Okay,
y'all
then
got
the
there,
husband's
van was there
lying.
on Sunday.
Correct.
Is it y'all's impression that the van was there that entire time, from 5 o'clock till?
Well, obviously, from our timeline, we know it wasn't there the entire time.
It was not there?
So
from 5 p.m. Saturday.
No, 5 p.m. Saturday
to 11ish, 12ish when you guys got there Sunday. Did it ever leave that location?
Now that we're not aware of. Okay. When you said the 5 o'clock thing, I didn't know if you were talking about Friday, but as far as the timeline,
they are so
confusing.
confusing.
The only times we can establish as far as that van is there is that we're still getting trickling information. I think there was another question in here if there was any tips from the community that have helped us out. Yes, because it has helped us narrow down timelines. We're still following up to see if we can actually get confirmation of this van being there at certain times. But as of right now, from what we know, that van was there at the crime scene on Sunday, is what we can confirm. Now, as far as her time getting back to the crime scene, we cannot confirm that. We're still working on leads and trying to confirm that information.
During the time that you say she was sitting in the parking lot outside Family Dollar.
Yes, ma'am.
She left at 3:19. Mm-hmm. At 3:17 is when this Venmo message was sent. And earlier you mentioned you're still trying to determine what device that was sent from.
Right.
Does that mean that you all do not yet know if she in fact sent that message herself?
Well, as the investigation goes on, I mean, we're doing a lot of search warrants to try to obtain any information that we possibly can. And as we know, as far as with the digital information and all the digital electronic devices we have these days, you can access accounts from many different devices, which is why we're going through the extent of being able to determine what device that Venmo was sent from.
And her daughter received that payment at 3:17. She said in the Athens Clark County Police Department report, when she reported her mother missing, that it worried her. She tried to call her mom on her cell phone. But two things. One, she had said that her mother only took her debit card and car keys. She didn't mention her purse. She didn't mention the cell phone. Also, it took her 3 hours, according to the timeline in the missing person report, from 3:17 to 6:01 before she actually reported her mother missing. Have you all looked into why there was a delay?
Yes, we have looked in, and again,
We
we're still
can't
waiting
tell you.
for more information to come back. Again, with the search warrants that we've done, we're trying to develop those timelines and get confirmations of where these people were at, or anyone that was close to Deborah at the time. We're just trying to develop and get that information and get factual information, so that way we can actually start putting a basis to this.
Investigator, on the original incident report, there's a check mark about drug use. Was there any reason to?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Colonel Kogod.
I can answer that. So, patrol deputies, when they respond to scenes like this, and they don't know exactly what they have, they normally mark whatever may be applicable. In this case, because it was so questionable and there were so many unknowns when we got to the scene, they marked it as a possibility that it could be drug related. However, at this time, the investigation is not leading us in that direction.
Is that another example why there may not be an obvious trauma, like someone shot, stabbed, or,
Could be, but again, it's so preliminary in the investigation that we really can't make that determination. We just do not believe, based on what we have at this time, that this is drug related.
The tip that Amanda Bearden was at the Family Dollar, did that come from her? Did it come from somewhere else? And what is the significance of her not being at that location that Saturday?
I'll try to answer that best as well. So the tip, as far as her being at the Family Dollar, came from an initial interview to where she was talking about her and her mother going to Family Dollar to buy cleaning supplies to help clean up her her apartment when she got back to Georgia. As far as anything, as far as the Family Dollar visit, I don't think that actually came from her, right?
No, it come from a.
Yeah, come on up here. This is Investigator Garrison. He's also one of my team leads.
So I pulled the video footage from the store and talked with everybody from the store. Based off of that, with Miss Collier, she was there for that time period from 2:54 till 3:10. Got in her car at 3:10 till 3:20. It was asked that if Amanda was in there earlier, and Amanda, based off of our knowledge at this time, there was some confusion there, and the associate that worked there actually saw the mother and not the daughter. I was able to provide photos to that store clerk to confirm that, based off of what we were told, and she said, no, I remember seeing the mother, not the daughter.
Can you speak to whether Amanda Bearden has any acquaintances or friends, family in the area?
Like Investigator Case said, we can't confirm that right now. I'm sure once we start getting some of these subpoenas and search warrants back on these phone records, we'll be able to give an answer on that at that time.
When was the last time Amanda told you all she saw her mom? And can you confirm a report that Debbie's husband, Steve, was working during the time of Debbie's disappearance?
All right, so what we can confirm as far as that question right there is that we know that Amanda talked on the phone with her mother on Saturday afternoon. I'll have to look back at my notes from the actual report itself to be able to give you some kind of actual time for it, but the last time she spoke to her mom was on the phone. As far as Steve working, we have pulled video from Synovus Bank where he stated that he was working that day because of being a UGA game. He works for a private company called the Optimist Club that private contracts Synovus Bank's parking lot to park vehicles for the game day. They use that parking lot to provide parking for people coming to the game. We have confirmed that he was there from, I'm making sure I get the times right,
9 to 4:06.
From 9 to 4:06, 9 a.m. to 4:06 p.m. on Saturday.
He left before the game.
I'm Nora Almazon with WCHM. Do you have any reason to believe that she could have met someone there where her van was parked?
I'm going to go back to the answer as far as we're not ruling anything out. We're still trying to develop leads. We're still following up on tips and information. We're still awaiting information back from search warrants and subpoenas that we have sent off. Once that, and for phone records as well, once that information comes back and we have time to actually analyze and go through the details, then we'll have a better answer for that.
Investigator Case, and I know you said that the state medical examiner's autopsy report has not yet been
Yes, ma'am.
Completed, but in the report that you all released last week, you stated that Miss Collier's body was found down a ravine and she was grasping a small tree in her hand. What does that indicate?
I mean, that's a lot of different indications. I'll let Jim kind of talk about that.
At this point, we're not sure what it indicates.
Could she have been alive?
Very possible that she could have been alive at the time she went down the ravine. But again, the autopsy will help us to narrow down time of death, help us to narrow down toxicology reports, help us to narrow down other things related to the body itself that we don't know at this time.
So would that indicate, if she were alive, that she survived being burned?
Very possible. Again, very preliminary in nature.
Colonel?
Yes.
As far as the crime scene itself, is that private property? Is it public right-of-way? Is it U.S. Forest Service, National Forest land, or?
I believe it's U.S. National Forest land.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Really quickly, Kara Stelter, Living Alive.
Yes.
In reference to the crime scene, it was mentioned that the purse that she had at the store was found there. Were any other items recovered, including the poncho she bought?
Oh, yes. So all the items that were purchased as far as from the Family Dollar that we can tell right now, again, we're still going through the investigation, but we can confirm that the majority of those items were found on the crime scene.
You mentioned a minute ago that Amanda had just moved back to Georgia. Where was she and when did she move back?
So this is what we can confirm. She lived in Maryland with her brother. She lived in, I think, the same apartment complex, correct? With her brother up in Maryland. City, I can't tell you what the city is because I don't have my notes and stuff in front of me, but I do know it's Maryland. She moved down here on the 8th, which would have been Thursday, September 8th, when she moved down here to Georgia. So we know that she was down here at some point on Thursday. Yes, sir.
You're clear it's not a kidnapping, despite the fact of that note with the Venmo note. Well, is that something that has made things particularly murky? Because that note seems to give the impression something was going on.
I'll tell you straight up. Right here, as far as this investigation goes, it seems like once we get on track with something, like a curveball comes in out of nowhere. That's why we're staying diligent and trying to stay on top of things and following up with leads, because we want to make sure we get facts, specifically to give y'all. We want to make sure that we have all the information before we start pushing forward.
Did Amanda give any theory as to what was going on, why she would get that kind of message, especially now that we know that message was probably...
What happened? What the? Dude, what happened? Did it go offline? I'm afraid to refresh. Shit. How could they do that right then? It's stuck. They are stuck. That
in
is
detail as we can on the ongoing investigation.
Here we go. We're back.
Is he here in Haversham?
No, ma'am. He has been called out of state, so he is not here right now. So it is now 9:30. Again, I want to reiterate to everyone that this is a very complex investigation. It has a lot of unanswered questions. It also has a lot of issues that you don't see in a typical death investigation. For that reason, it is going to take a significant amount of time, well beyond what we've had in the past 19 days, to solve this crime. But we are working diligently to do that. We are working diligently to determine a motive, to find people or a person of interest, and to bring a resolution to this case for Deborah Collier and her family. Thank you.
Colonel, may I make a statement?
Sure, absolutely.
Also,
He ain't done yet.
Off of what he said, as far as in the 19-day investigation, to kind of more elaborate on that, this investigation is a marathon. It's not a sprint to the finish. We are going to make sure we take our time so that way when an arrest is made or when persons of interest
I don't know. We'll
are
have to go
actually
back.
identified, that there will be ironclad information behind that and supporting our reasoning. We want to encourage anyone that has any information to please reach out. We are following up on any tip and any lead that we could possibly get. My opinion, and I try to leave my opinions out of this, there's no such thing as bad information as far as given to us to follow up with, because we're going to follow up and find out whether it's relevant or whether it's factual or whether it's pertinent to our investigation. So please, if anyone has any information, do not hesitate to reach out and speak with us. You want me to go ahead and just give them put our phone number out?
3 stacks.
My direct line is 706-839-0560. Investigator Garrison, who is my partner on this investigation, his phone number is 706-839-0559. Please contact us with
Who's
any
the
information.
lady?
If anyone has had any kind of contact or has anything that might help us further our investigation.
And that autopsy, when did you guys expect it to?
We're still waiting. We did have a meeting with them. They have prioritized things. So they initially gave us a 6-week time frame, but depending on how long it takes, once we get it back, we will have another update. I promise you that.
One last question, Chief Deputy Koch, I had asked you this previously, but why was the GBI not requested to lead this investigation?
Because the Habersham County Sheriff's Office is a full-service sheriff's office. We are a full-service law enforcement agency. We have a complete division that is dedicated to investigating crimes that occur here in Habersham County. It is made up of professional men and women, law enforcement officers who have received special training in death investigations and crime scene. However, as any law enforcement agency will do, we still reach out to our counterparts, be it the GBI, FBI, and private entities that have resources that can help us with situations or items that may need a little more expertise, that may need a little more knowledge than we have. We reach out to them, and all of our partners have been tremendous help and given us that guidance that we need when we call on them. So it's a total team effort. We are just the lead agency because we're responsible for investigating crimes here in Habersham County.
Oh, the video that you discovered,
In other words, he thinks they're competent enough.
Yes, we will make the video available. We will have it to you. If you will leave us an email address to send, we will send it to you by close of business today. Okay? Thank you very much.
And
Let's
again,
see
like
if we
I
can
said,
go
the
back.
picture of the vehicle, I'm going to leave right here. So that way y'all can actually get a better picture of that.
Let's see if we can go back. Maybe if we go on YouTube, we can watch that part. I don't know who he's talking about. Is he talking about the guy that found her car? Or saw her car the day before or whatever? So the game was the 11th, and she was last seen at 9 p.m. on the 10th, correct? According to her husband. You guys, this is probably one of the few times you'll see me in a sweatshirt. It actually got chilly here. It was in the 50s last night. I got all the windows open, so you're going to hear other dogs and stuff like that. Maybe. Were they already living in the stepdad's house because maybe they thought if Debbie wasn't around, they'd have to move out? You screen record? Just kidding. Did they not hold this on YouTube? Yeah, there's like Yeah, I can't find it. We'll look for it in a minute. Let's did we finish her call or no? I can't remember. Did we finish the... I don't think they were living with Debbie. No. Good luck, Potato. But check this out. Fox News Digital supposedly found a bullet. Now, Fox News Digital is the one that was out in the reserve with the laundries when they found Brian's stuff. Fox News Digital is a separate entity from the Fox News network. Why did she just move back on September 8th and mom goes missing the 10th? She did move back? Ah. I thought they were living in a separate house. Let's go through the timeline that we have. How about that? Let's start at the beginning. Because I think... Hold on. They're saying this Family Dollar was a few miles from her house, according to the U.S. Sun. If her daughter was living in that house, there you go. I didn't know that. I thought the daughter was living in a separate home. Daughter probably wanted to move out. All right, here, I'm going to show you this. So let's start here. Hours before death, Debbie was shopping at a Family Dollar a few miles from her home before her horrific death. And this is what they bring me to when I click on the Family Dollar. Okay. So they're saying it was close to home. That's not what this says. It says a few miles from her home. Okay, so we're going to start here. The last time... Wait, there's more. Shit, man. There's a lot to this. Okay. I have two problems, though, that I want to say before we even start this. So, husband, last one to see her. Husband said the van was there at the house, but a cop saw the van in the same spot where her body was found when husband said it was at home. That, to me, bothers me. But then also, Lana, did you know on September the 9th? So if she moved back into the family house on September the 8th, on September 9th was when the neighbors heard the commotion and said that a young girl had come to visit. Okay, maybe it's further then. That's just what it said. Because she was far from her house where she was found. So on the 9th, the neighbors heard the commotion. On the 10th, she left in the rental car. And then on the 10th, 2:55 p.m., surveillance footage shows her at the Family Dollar in Clayton, Georgia. So you guys are right. They were wrong. It's Clayton, like you guys said earlier. Yeah, and he said the purse was at home as well, and it was with her. On September 10th at 3:09, she left Family Dollar with poncho, torch, lighter, tarp, tote bag, and paper towels. And then on the 10th at 3:17, she wired money through Venmo and messaged her daughter. And then on the 11th, 12:44 p.m., she was found dead in Clarksville, Georgia. So, what else doesn't make sense? Okay, when did they report her missing? What time did they report her missing? Lana's driving to Georgia. Amanda told Steve the purse was at home. I kind of think that too, Sweet Cheeks, that she was told to go get that shit. But why so far away from home? All right, let's listen to the husband's call again. I agree. Hold up. Ooh, there might be an ad. Hold up.
It's really striking the amount of control that...
Oh, I'm so sore, you guys. A purse, yeah, we know a purse was at the crime scene, but per the daughter to the stepdad, there was a purse at home. Because the stepdaughter was there when he called 911. Keep that in mind. She's sitting there. So he's getting information from her.
Candy 911.
Yes. Came home. My
Yes.
wife wasn't home. Her driver's license still in there. The rental car's gone, and her daughter's here. And we were kind of worried about what's happening and where she's at. I was wondering if you could send somebody over here.
Okay.
What is that? Wait.
Medical issue that she has like Alzheimer's or something like that?
No. She's 59
Okay, wait.
years
Let's
old. No,
listen
she's
to
had-
the intro. Let's hear when the first things he says.
Candy 911.
Yes. Came home. My wife wasn't home. Her driver's license still in there. The rental car's gone, and her daughter's here. And we were kind of worried about what's happening and where she's at. I was wondering if you could send somebody over here.
Okay. Does she have any medical issue that she has like Alzheimer's or something like that?
No. She's 59 years old. No, she has no medical issues until like that. And according to her daughter, who went up and
Okay.
her purse is still here with her driver's license.
Wait a minute. Daughter said she had a bad back. Husband said she had no medical issues at all. Somebody needs to write down these discrepancies because I've been looking for a pen. I don't have one. Yeah, what'd she use to pay? And why did it go to this? Oh, Fox, you pissed me off. If there's an ad, I'm turning it off and going to... Okay.
And we were kind of worried about
Candy 911.
Yes. Came home. My wife wasn't home. Her driver's license still in there. The rental car's gone, and her daughter's here. And we were kind of worried about what's happening and where she's at. I was wondering if you could send somebody over here.
Okay. Does she have any medical issue that she has like Alzheimer's or something like that?
No. She's 59 years old. No, she has no medical issues until like that. And according to her daughter, who went up and her purse is still here with her driver's license. The only thing is the phone is gone, and she sent her daughter a text about 2 hours ago saying they won't let me go. Whatever that means, we don't know. And I've been gone all day parking cars for the football game. and all, and that's where we at.
What's your address, sir?
435 Rocky Drive, Athens, Georgia.
You said 435 Rocky Drive?
Yes, it's right next to Sandy Creek Park.
Sandy Creek Park.
Okay, so she sent your daughter a text message saying that they
My stepdaughter.
that they won't let her go,
Yeah, she got a text message saying that.
and it come from her.
Okay, I like too how he makes it known that she's the stepdaughter.
Number, right? What's your name, sir?
Steve Collier.
Spell your last name for me.
Collier.
And your wife's name?
Deborah. Deborah. We call it Debbie, but it's Deborrah.
Same last name?
Collier, yes.
How old is she? At 59?
59. She just turned 59.
You just returned home, right?
Pardon me?
You just returned home, right?
Yes, I just returned home. I was parking cars until about 4:30, and when I came back, the van that she had rented because the car was in the shop was gone. I figured she was shopping for food.
Okay. So and her car is there?
Okay. Hold on.
Her van's not.
I think that he expected her to go buy food so they could watch the game together when he gets home. That's what I think. I don't think husband did shit.
Here.
Okay. But her driver's license and what else is there?
Right. Yeah, her driver's license is here.
What else did she leave? With a purse or anything else?
Yeah, she left her purse, and her credit cards are here.
Nope. If the credit cards are there, we saw her using a card at the Family Dollar. So did daughter do it and then bring the purse back with, or the credit cards? Oh my God. If this fox does this again, I'm going to scream. Why was her credit cards at home when she used a card? That doesn't make sense to me. And I think that he also, I think he also doesn't really trust or have a really good relationship with Amanda because he's like stepdaughter. Like, she ain't my daughter. She ain't my blood.
Collier.
And your wife's name?
Deborah. Deborah. We call it Debbie, but it's Deborrah.
Same last name?
Collier, yes.
How old is she? At 59?
59. She just turned 59.
You just returned home, right?
Pardon me?
You just returned home, right?
Yes, I just returned home. I was parking cars until about 4:30, and when I came back, the van that she had rented because the car was in the shop was gone. I figured she was shopping for food.
Okay. So and her car is there?
Pardon me? Her van's not here.
Okay. But her driver's license and what else is there?
Right. Yeah, her driver's license is here.
Oh my God. She took the driver's license so she couldn't be identified easily.
Yeah, she left her purse, and her credit cards are here.
Daughter, 100%. I'm sorry, I have to pause.
When was the last time she was seen?
Yeah, she left.
Hang on.
Right. Yeah.
Daughter had the rental agreement and took her driver's license from the scene so that they couldn't identify her quick or identify her at all. That's what I think.
When was the last time she was seen?
Well, I left at 9 o'clock. She was still sleeping. So, last night. I mean, she went to bed last night, and I left, and the van was here.
So, is your stepdaughter there though? I mean, did she see her today?
Pardon me?
Did your stepdaughter see her today?
Wait a minute.
You say a stepdaughter. Did she see her or?
She's talking. That's why he can't hear.
Say that again. I'm trying to control a dog.
Okay, your stepdaughter. Did she see her?
No,
recently?
no, nobody has seen her. I was probably the last person to see her last night.
What time? You said 9 o'clock last night.
Yeah, about 9 o'clock when we went to bed.
Mm-mm. I don't think the car tag would make her that easily identifiable because it wasn't her car. So she had the rental agreement. They would have had to like do some work to figure it out. I don't know, just my thoughts.
See her this morning or last night?
No, I saw her last night at about 9 when she went to bed. And when I left, the van was here. And
So she was. You don't know if she was still there or not. You didn't see her this morning.
right, except the van was still here. So I'm assuming she was sleeping.
What are they doing for this long?
What time was the message sent to your stepdaughter?
What time? About 2 hours ago?
About 2 hours ago?
Yes.
And it specifically said they won't let me go.
Pardon? Yeah, that's what the message said.
And that's all it said, right?
That's all it said.
I have a problem that he's not showing any
And
emotion.
she was last seen driving, or she was driving her. What kind of car is that?
It's I don't know because her car's in the shop, so the rental place on
The van that she was driving, will she be in, or you don't know?
no, I don't know. It's Enterprise. She went a call for Enterprise. It's a Pacifica or something.
That's the car you saw this morning, though, right?
Yeah, the black van. Yeah.
It's a black Pacifica,
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Pacifica.
and that's a rental car.
Yes, from Enterprise.
Is it possible her and husband were on the outs?
All right, I'm sorry. What's her birthday?
Deborah. D-E-B-B-I-E, or her given name is Deborah.
No, her birthday.
D-E-B-O-R-R-A-H.
Her birthday? And she white, female, black, female?
Pardon me?
She white or black?
White.
How tall is she?
About 5'5".
How much she weigh?
About 150. 145, somewhere around there.
What color hair?
Blondish.
Would she be going to somebody's house, or?
That's a good question. I thought she was out shopping for food. Her daughter came over with that strange message and then went upstairs to her bedroom and found out that her driver's license and credit card's still here. So that doesn't sound like her leaving the house to go shopping like I thought she was. She usually shops for food on Saturday.
So she don't have any money at all with her, or any other car?
Not to our knowledge. She has nothing.
But is her purse there?
Yes.
She left the purse as well?
Yes.
Does she have family here in town?
No, just her daughter.
She has a son, though, who spoke out, but I don't know.
Have you tried
Oh,
to call
yes.
the hospitals and jails just to be sure?
No, I didn't think of calling the hospital.
Okay. Go ahead. Like I said, I got them on the way out there to you.
Okay.
Go ahead and call both hospitals, Athens and St. Mary's, and just check with the
Okay.
jail as well to make sure. And we'll have somebody come out there and talk to you.
Okay. I appreciate it.
And your phone number?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Such bizarre calls, right? Like, but then you've got Debbie Collier, or not Debbie Collier, sorry, Diane Shirley, the sister, who also was talking to the daughter. Oh, the son's in Maryland. I think that the daughter fed this dude everything that he was saying. Hey, Mar R. And she said they, but I don't think that was her that said that. Do you? Explain the Venmo, because she was by herself in the van when the Venmo was sent. No, he's definitely not young. He's got gray hair. You have a good day too, Lana. Thanks for coming in. We know the daughter has had drug problems, and the boyfriend said that, well, there was body cam from 2001 or 2021 that he was accusing her of stealing. But they've also had like domestic violence up the yin yang. They said she was alone though, Rex. Now, Fox News Digital. You don't think she was in the van alone? Well, I mean, the back windows are tinted. They're calling it a text message, Lana, but it's really the Venmo message. Come on. He's calling it a text because that's what he thinks it is, but it was really a Venmo. And the messed up thing is it said from Steve Collier. And he was on video during the time of this anyways, at that parking lot. This daughter's lying. Yeah, daughter's lying. Maybe they were in the van and wouldn't let her go, but that message wasn't for her daughter. It was for the husband. Like they said, get on your phone and send the Venmo now. And then when she did, she was like, okay, I'm going to send everything that's in my account, but I'm also going to leave this message so people know. And she was really talking about the boyfriend and the daughter. And I think she had to send that money to her daughter, but threw that message in there so that someone would know something was up. I don't think she was going camping. Complex because her own daughter did it. That's pretty complex to me. They had several cell phones and several cell phone companies that they subpoenaed records from. Exactly, Wendy C. He didn't realize the money thing. She told him a text message. She didn't want him to know that she sent money. She did the money thing and then said, oh my God, I got this weird text from mom. Daughter, boyfriend, guilty as hell. I mean, you see their house. Here, let's go to Google Earth. This is where their house is, you guys. Like, Steve would not need to do that. Steve doesn't need to I mean, why would he do that and send his stepdaughter money? He wouldn't. It doesn't make sense for Steve to have done that. I don't think so, anyways. But daughter has a drug problem, has stolen in the past. Yeah, pretty sure that daughter has motive to steal. Steve seems like he's got his shit together. Hang on. Let's spin around here. Oh, wrong way. Oh, sorry. There's the golf ball house. But see, it's set back on some property. I can't get over there, right? Okay. So there's their little humble abode. I don't know, why does that look funny? What's wrong with my layers? Oh, there we go. Jeez. Oh, that's so much better. Christ. Like, how do I get right over top of it? I mean, nice property. It looks like nice homes. I'm thinking the only one that has any motive to steal would be her daughter. So let's go to where Debbie's rental was found from her house. So here, come on a little trip with me. Ride my seesaw. All right, here we go. Woo! Long ways from home. We're going to take you right down to the street. So this is where she was found. Long, long way from home. Now, if we zoom out, where is Clayton? Clayton, Georgia. What? Why would she go past the... What? So she went all the way up here. Hang on, let me pin this shiz. Wait, hold on. Get rid of that. Oh, I changed my mind. Cancel. Abort mission. Let's go to the Family Dollar exactly. All right, this is where she was. So they have surveillance from another business. So we have medical. We have this Bella's, a nails place. It looks like all this stuff is empty. Empty, empty. Okay, so what's over here? Little Caesars. There's a Little Caesars drive-through, and then there's like a McDonald's right there. And then across the street, let's see what's over here. Oh. Is that like auto parts store or something? Yep. O'Reilly's. Okay. So maybe O'Reilly's had cameras. Who knows? But this is where she was, and it's way north of where she was found. All right, this is getting pinned. Excuse me. Family Dollar. That is bizarre. But also, wouldn't the Reynolds GPS show them where she was prior? Like, where if the car was in the driveway at 9 a.m., like he said? I think the daughter, something happened because the neighbors heard that commotion, and I think her and her daughter got into it after Steve went to go park cars. Craziness. Okay, so you mean to tell me she drove from Athens? All right, where's Athens now? I got to find that again. It's over here. Okay, I need to get all this in perspective. I'm not the best with directions. It's not my strong suit. So I really have to like visualize it. Okay, so this is going to be Debbie's home. I'm just going to put that for now. It's not precise, but it's okay. Now, let's zoom back out. And let's put this in perspective. So here's the Family Dollar where she was shopping, right? And then if we zoom out, where the hell is her house? Did I not go out far enough? Oh, there we go. I do have the home on there. Okay. So she went all the way up this road. What is it, 41 or from her house? 441. So she left home here, got on this freeway, went all the way, went over 85, all the way up here, and then crossed over to 23 and took 23 all the way up to Clayton to the Family Dollar. And then turned around and was coming back, but they don't have her southbound. Remember they said she was going north. They don't have her on video going southbound. So again, she went all the way up here to the Family Dollar and then headed back down this way. And this is where she was found. It seems like a really weird thing to do. Is there any way that I can pull up every Family Dollar on this map? Like, places. Oh, there's my 3 places. And that's the Tennessee state line right there, too. Just north of that Family Dollar. Worked for Habitat for Humanity, and there's a Habitat near the dollar store. But why are her shoes so big unless she had really big feet? That doesn't look right to me either. You know what I think? I think Debbie was forced to go in this store. I think they took her to that store because they didn't want her to be seen in her local store, but they wanted to maybe make it look like she was going to the game, hence the jersey and the gear. Bye, Mystical. Right, but if she went to the Family Dollar in Athens, people would see her and possibly know her. I think it was supposed to not be convenient. It was supposed to be off the beaten path. I don't think Habitat for Humanity has anything to do with this. I think that she was taken to that faraway dollar store for whatever reason. Yeah, but the girl obviously isn't that smart. I mean, she's killing her own mother. So, I don't agree. No, Mad Mama. I don't think she was high off her rocker at all. The boyfriend had threatened the family before. He said he would hurt them. So maybe the boyfriend did it with someone else. Maybe the daughter has no idea that the boyfriend did it. But the boyfriend sent that letter, wrote that letter threatening that family. You can't ignore that. Nomad, there's no proof that she had a drug problem. What are you talking about? No, the daughter hasn't been charged, but her house is being searched. They have several search warrants on the daughter's house. They have several cell phones and cell phone companies that they are getting records from. Yeah, I think the daughter is guilty. That's my thoughts. That's my blatant thoughts. Daughter said she had a bad back. Husband said, no, she's got no issues. I'm seeing a lot of inconsistencies that are coming straight from her daughter. So, excuse me. You have no proof of that. You have her medical records? No, Mad Mama? Because if you got her medical records, someone violated HIPAA on your ass. No, the brother just said that he wanted justice for his mom. We have no idea what this lady's medical history shows. Everything that they're getting from either the husband or the daughter right now. Her daughter is giving info to everybody. If you listen to Sister Shirley was also getting information from Amanda. Let's listen to Sister Shirley again. Because Sister Shirley had some good info too. And she was also giving that from Commanda.
And my sister lives.
County Police.
Yes, sir. My name is Diane Shirley, and my sister lives in Georgia, and my niece told me she was missing. Her name is Deborah Collier, or she could go by Debbie.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if y'all have any information about it.
As far as, I mean, no, not other than with the officer or whoever is working on the case. I don't know anything. Where does she live? Do you know?
All I know is, I'm sorry, I don't know her address. Collier.
Okay.
Collier.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have any information. When there's something, they will contact the family. Whenever they, like I said, whenever they have something for that.
Okay.
All right.
We're just not getting information, so I'm just.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I am really worried about my sister.
Okay.
And.
You know, do you have any information where she might go, or you have anything to add
well,
to it?
From my niece, she said that she was in an accident about a month ago, and she was, on the road, and she was following this truck, and this truck lost a paint can, and the paint can hit my sister's car, and the paint went everywhere. And the driver was trying to convince my sister not to tell the cops that he was driving because
Amanda's story, trying to divert.
A stipulation to his parole that he couldn't drive.
I got you. You think that was, I'm sorry. I was going to ask, do you think that was told to anybody else? Well, do you think that was told to the officer, that concern?
That's standing from my niece.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if the officer knows that, but I can have him call you if you want to pass it along with him, anything to help,
Yes, I would really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Because I'm in Alabama.
I wonder if she ran from them.
I'm in Alabama, and, I really do. She won't, she's not communicating very well with us, and I really would like to know what's going on.
I got you. Yeah, since you may have insight on that, I'll have the sergeant give you a call. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. That would be wonderful.
All right. And what is...
Once he heard the niece, he's like, I'll have him call you.
Excuse me one more time. What's your name?
My name is Diane Shirley.
And your phone number?
Oh, you know what? They made her wear the visor so they couldn't see her face. Oh, my God. No wonder Amanda is shitting bricks in that phone call. And called twice, no less. I've got her iCloud. I've got everything.
Yes, sir.
Kind of like Nicole Kessinger. Here, take screenshots of my phone.
And this is your sister, right?
Yes. Her daughter's name is Amanda Bearden. She would have been the one that her and her husband, Steve Collier, would have been the ones filing the report, was my understanding from Amanda.
From Amanda.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just have him give you a call, okay? And just hang tight, all right?
All right, thank you so much.
No problem.
I think that's why she's wearing that visor.
Bye-bye.
Yep, that whole thing about the accident, that dude is not going to find her and kill her because of that. That is Amanda's story about that in order to divert attention, 100%. 100%. I want to listen to the daughter again because she's the one freaking out. She is so nervous. Steve's like clueless. Steve's like, what? I don't know what's going on. I think she was scared to act frightened. Honestly. I don't trust this daughter. There's too many inconsistencies. And Steve was completely clueless.
Part-time police.
Hi, my name's Amanda Bearden, and I filed a missing persons report on my mother last night.
Okay.
Or yesterday, excuse me, and I was just wondering if maybe I could speak with the detective that's been assigned to her case.
Okay. Do you have any further information?
I sure do. I mean, do you want the case number? I mean,
Give me the case number so I can look it up that way.
Bear with me just a second. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, it's 2022 dash 0910 0216.
216.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hang on just a second. And the detective may not actually be in the building yet, so I may have to get you a patrol officer. Okay, so just bear with me just a second.
Okay.
I think that was a message that she had to send that money. And I think that Steve
So
should be picking up on that.
010. I'm sorry, his handwriting is not that great, but it's 09100216.
Okay, sorry about that. I think I missed.
No, you're fine. It's only me.
On Rocky Drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what kind of update do you have, just so I know what to try to...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean like I had an update. I just meant...
That's what you said.
Oh, my God. I didn't mean... I'm sorry. I'm not in a clear mental state. This is my mother that's missing. I just wanted to talk to them. I wanted to see if maybe there was something that I could do. I do have the rental agreement number if they needed that. I mean, that's the only thing that I have to offer. So maybe, because she was in a rental car, I do have her rental agreement number. If they could maybe trace the GPS in it.
Okay, so also from my understanding is that the police within 2 hours located the car after this call. So at first when I heard that, I'm like, okay, why didn't they ping the car before she called with this? Did they not know that she had the rental agreement? And why was the rental agreement in her possession? Why wasn't it in the van? Usually you keep the rental agreement in the car you're renting. Am I wrong?
I'm her daughter.
Yes, ma'am. Take a deep breath for me, okay?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'd be upset too. I completely understand that part, like being upset about it. So the officer that took your report is already gone for the day. He worked last night. And then the detectives, I don't think they're in the building right now. They're kind of working on an on-call basis, so I don't know that I can get in touch with them unless I have something, you know, fresh to give them, and that would be something. But I can see if I can get another officer to call you back, okay?
Okay.
And we've got the bolo out for her. We got everybody, you know, keeping their eyes peeled for her and that kind of thing. So,
I'm not trying to be a smart aleck here or anything, but do I need to hire a private detective maybe? Because I mean, and I'm not trying to be ugly or anything, but I don't understand why.
Why would you be worried about being ugly at this point? It's your mother.
I mean, I know you don't know everything, of course, but why hasn't what I've asked being done? Like, why isn't the GPS in her van being traced? Do I need a private detective to do that? I mean, I'm not trying to be ugly or anything.
I know.
It's like she wants her to be found.
Okay, so here's the thing. She's what is she?
She's an adult.
Right.
I got it.
So that makes things a little more difficult because people are allowed to leave and go and do things without telling other people. And I know that's not a good answer.
I just have a question. This is them out in front of the house when the mom was missing. What is that line on her shorts? Is that sweat from sitting down?
Understand that. But that is also, you know, that is also part of it because she is an adult. So it just takes some time also to do these things. And so I don't specifically know what they've done yet or not. I wasn't here last night, so I don't know. But from my understanding, they would be doing everything that we know to do currently. But I will definitely get somebody to call you back, okay?
Okay, thank you for talking to me.
It's no problem, ma'am. I'm so sorry. I hate that this is happening to you. What was your name again, sweetie?
Amanda Bearden.
Amanda Bearden. Spell your last name.
Bearden.
Okay. All right. I'll get somebody to call you back here shortly, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now she calls back like, I have her Apple ID.
Athens Clark County Police.
Hi, can I speak with Colonel Johnson?
Colonel Sanders?
Okay, I don't have a Colonel Johnson.
Okay. He just called me. I have some more information for him, and I wanted to get it to him. My name's Amanda Bearden.
Okay. All right, hold on 1 second.
She's like, oh, it's the suspect. Hold on.
Yes, Sergeant Johnson, we had you talk to. Hold on.
Sergeant Johnson. I'm sorry, honey.
No, that's okay. Just lots of Johnsons around here, so I want to make sure I got the right one.
I get it.
You just need him to call you back?
Yes, ma'am. I thought about it, and I have her iCloud information. I know that and correct me if I'm wrong, but if the phone is turned off, it would still track her. But I do have her. I've got her Apple ID and what I thought was her password, but the password isn't working. I don't know if y'all have technology or whatever, but I do have. I don't know. I'm just. I mean, you know.
All right, hold on 1 second, okay?
They said he'd call me back. Okay, thank you.
Well, she just got off the phone with them, and she's calling back. Hey, Onesie. Hey, Krugs. I like your name, Megs.
All right, ma'am, he said he'd be calling you back shortly, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, no problem. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't know, man. This is crazy. Jeez, sorry about that. Loud as hell. Okay, so let's do this. I want to hear that part of that press conference again. None of it is on here. That's so weird. All right, let's go to, I'm not going to play someone else's channel. There's husband. What happened? This isn't Debbie Collier. This is why I don't like Fox News Digital.
Gorda. These were not even the top wind speeds. We were at Cape Coral looking at a wind speed of up to 140 miles an hour with this Category 4 storm.
Here's this. Unfired round found by Fox News Digital. Do you guys think that's a little sus? An unfired ammunition round was collected by Georgia investigators from a wooded area near the spot where Debbie Collier's partially naked and burned body was found. The projectile was found by Fox News Digital on Tuesday, 20 to 30 yards from the crime scene in the Chattahoochee Oconee National Forest near Athens, Georgia. Detectives from the Habersham County Sheriff's Office responded to the scene and picked up the bullet. It's kind of like Brian Laundrie's stuff being found when Fox Digital was following the Laundries with their cameras. and the water bottle and all that stuff. And then the cops came and picked it up later. They told the news site that while the round could be unrelated to the murder, it could still be a clue. Collier, 59, was found dead in a ravine after she Venmoed her daughter $23.85 with a message that read, "They are not going to let me go. Love you." And then it was thrown in there that the key was under the flower pot. So maybe that's how she explained getting in to Steve. Earlier this week, surveillance from Family Dollar in Clayton showed Collier looking calm while shopping there for a blue tarp, a lighter, a tote bag, and a rain poncho. She had burns on her abdomen. Maybe she was set fire alive and fell down that ravine and held on to that tree. The woman's daughter, Amanda Bearden, and her live-in boyfriend, Andrew Giergerick, both have a history of domestic violence. And their phones were seized. Oh, man. Sorry. I am so tired. On Tuesday, and the boyfriend's talking to the news, too. On Tuesday, Giergerick told Fox News Digital that he and Bearden were not involved in Collier's murder and claimed that they have been living in fear. "We sleep," this is a quote from the boyfriend, "We sleep with stuff in front of our front door and our back door because we didn't have anything to do with this. We're a little scared ourselves." Sounds to me like they know exactly who it is. They just have to get all the ducks in a row. That's what I think. What do you guys think? I think daughter is not telling the truth and hasn't told the truth to Steve. That's my gut telling me. I mean, Amanda's calling the cops incessantly. Boyfriend's talking to the news. They have a horrible track record. Hello, Mike Sanner. Hello, Snow. Hey, Monkey Biz. Hey, Northern Beans. Good to see all of you. The boyfriend's commenting on social media. Doesn't surprise me. So here's the note that the boyfriend wrote last year. Let's take a look at this. Hold on. Let me share. I just love how people are coming in here saying Debbie was on drugs and all this, that, and the other, defending the daughter. Like, what are you thinking? This is what her boyfriend wrote in 2021. Bearden claimed that her boyfriend broke into her home, screamed at her, and attacked her. When police arrived, they found bruises on her body. And he wrote, "If you or your family ever come near me again, I will hurt them." And then she had posted a picture of this black eye as well. Debbie had. Said she face planted. Yeah, it could have been trolls. I don't believe Facebook posts anymore or anything like that because they can clone profiles and stuff. But it says that the boyfriend also said they've interrogated all of us. The people that are closest to Debbie are kind of looked at as suspects right now. Kind of. And then the son, Jeffrey, went over and said a lot of nice things about his mom that I read over in a previous live. This is a really confusing case, but we just have to keep on it, keep watching what is coming out. And I think that it could have been a gunshot after she was caught on fire and it went out, like it didn't work or whatever. However you want to call that. I think the key comment is to explain how she got in the house. Because I think with her history, maybe they didn't let her come in there when nobody was home. Was any, and that's another thing. Was anything missing from the house? That's another question I have. Was anything missing from the house? It's just so strange. I have a really quick update on the woman who was hit by the train while she was being detained. I wanted to show you guys that. And then before we end,
Attorney for the woman who was hit by a train while detained.
I have a funny to end on so we don't end on such a depressing note because it's really sad. Like, justice for Debbie Collier. She deserves better, for real. That is just, it's horrific. All right, let's watch this update, though, on that person who was detained and then left in a cop car that was on the train tracks.
A police unit is revealing that there will be a lawsuit filed soon. It was just an hour ago. Had a chance to speak with that lawyer about the incident that's made national, even international news.
The 20-year-old woman survived and is home with numerous broken bones. State investigators are looking into how this happened near Fort Lupton nearly 2 weeks ago. Investigative reporter Jeremy Hahola is joining us now. First obtained the video that shows that actual collision, and now you're bringing us what comes next in this case. As we mentioned before, this video is jarring.
Yeah, if you want to turn away, you may want to turn away right now. This young woman is dealing with substantial physical and emotional injuries, according to her attorney. And today he told us he already took the legal steps to move forward with the potential lawsuit. He has already sent a legal notice to those agencies, putting them on notice, an official notice, that a lawsuit is coming their way. This is an incident that happened September 17th, Friday night, about an hour's drive north of Denver. Police were pulling over a woman in a pickup truck. Her name is Yareni Rios Gonzalez. Officers stopped her because they believed she was a suspect in a road rage incident with a gun. The Platteville police officer parked his cruiser on the tracks. A Fort Lupton police officer helped with the stop. They cuffed her, put her in the back of the cruiser parked on the tracks, and then shortly after that, a freight train collided with Rios Gonzalez in the police car. And now those officers have received widespread scrutiny for their behavior. I asked her attorney what he thinks should happen to them.
You're responsible for that person when you have them in custody. And they just failed at their responsibility.
Our legal experts who have reviewed this case believe that there's potential grounds for some of these officers to face criminal charges in this case. Do you believe that they should face criminal charges?
Yes, I believe there should be an investigation, and if that's what the investigation bears out, then yes. I don't think police officers are any different than a normal citizen in their responsibility.
Rios Gonzalez is back home with 9 broken ribs, a fractured sternum, broken leg, and numerous other injuries to her head and back. In the meantime, about that road rage incident, the Weld County District Attorney has received a case from Fort Lupton Police, and they are reviewing that case to see if charges should be filed against her in that road rage aspect of the case. In the meantime, Rios Gonzalez is a TSA agent. She is a mother. And right now, she has a long road of recovery ahead of her in the next many months, many years.
Are the two cases purely separate? The road rage case and the actual incident with her being hit by the train?
Yeah.
There will not be any weaving of that as far as consideration of charges?
No, you have Colorado Bureau of Investigation looking at the collision and what happened to her, great bodily harm, and then you have the Fort Lupton police looking at the road rage case.
Road rage incident and what happened that led them to her.
That precipitated the stop. So it's potentially that she could be charged with the felony in that road rage case, but we'll see if that happens.
Yeah, there's still a lot more to.
Yeah.
And every time we see it, I mean, she's alive.
I can't believe she lived either. It's insane. Insane. Okay, so let's close this out with, I don't know if you guys have already seen this. You might have. It's a short that I made. But I was catching up on the Alex Jones trial. And he's already lost by default, but they're trying to determine monetary damages. So I was catching up on that, and I'm like, oh my gosh. One of the Sandy Hook lawyers looks just like Butthead. You let me know.
Your name, and I have a special deal for you, or something. Your name, and I have a special deal for you, or something. Your name, and I have a special deal for you, or something. Your name, and I have a special deal for you, or something.
And it looks just like him. And I had no idea. Like, I did that on my phone, and it matched up with his mouth. I'm like, oh my God. He's like a doppelganger of Butthead, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, it's Butthead. Oh man, that was the best show ever too, wasn't it? All right, well, you guys can catch that short on my channel. Thanks for being here. Hey, Olive Juice. Thanks, Megs. Thanks, everyone. Hey, Lori A. I didn't see you earlier. Cornholio. All right, guys. Have a great day and dance it out. Enjoy your Friday. I am going to go do some more cleanup. Clean up. It's so beautiful here. I don't know if it's really nice where you're at, Mike, but it is just, we are enjoying it. I feel like I'm in Michigan in fall. So I'm really like having some homesick vibes today. You guys have a great Friday. I will see you tomorrow on Saturday and dance it out. If anything else happens today, I'll be live. So I'll be around the house. If anything's breaking or anything changes, I will go live with anything that we're following. By the way, Daybell wants his trial separate again from his wife. So that's the latest in the Daybell case. So anything that happens, I'll update you guys. I love you. Take care. Stay safe. All my South Florida friends, I hope you're doing okay. I have not heard from Lockdown, White Boy Lockdown, or Damaged Goods yet, and I'm a little concerned. So has anybody else heard from them? Let me know. I will talk to you guys soon. Go clean up your yard, Mike. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Bye, guys.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but